Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3. This time I'm looking at the best and worst of WWE this year, or this past year I should say. And to say it's kind of been a mediocre year, or above average year for WWE could be saying a lot. I mean, they've made some good decisions, they've made some bad decisions. And some of the good has been good, some of the bad has been bad. What more can you say about WWE? In fact, they just had an above average year. I can't say much anymore about them. I like WWE. I watch them. I'm definitely going to be watching this Monday when The Rock returns. But what has been some of the good decisions they've made? Some of the best decisions? Well, I'll say this, and it may sound like I'm biased, but I think the best decision they've made so far this year, and it even goes back to November of 2011, is allowing CM Punk to continue to reign as champion. And the reason being is because, for once, whoever booked it this way, whether it was Punk throwing in his 2 cents, or Paul Heyman throwing in his 2 cents, or Triple H, or whoever, by allowing Punk to remain champion for this long, when WWE's had numerous opportunities to take the belt off him, shows that, like I said, with whoever's influence was thrown in there, like I said, either Punk's, Heyman's, Triple H's, whatever, it shows that at least someone backstage wants to at least prove to the critics that the WWE Championship can be prestigious again. And that it does mean something. And for whoever takes it off Punk, will not only make them a big deal, basically whoever takes it off Punk will basically be a all-win situation, because it'll basically make whoever wins it a big deal. And if it's The Rock, then hey, it'll be a bigger deal than he is now. It'll make the championship mean something even more so, because it'll show that it took somebody it basically took somebody that's part-time, literally outside of the company, to come in and win the belt and take it from Punk. And two, it shows that the WWE has confidence in Punk being a franchise player, being the face of the company, being one of their guys, their elite. It shows that they have confidence in him. And that has, to me, been one of the best booking decisions of the year. Because like I said, despite what happens, despite whether or not they decide to book The Rock to win the championship in the next 4 to 5 weeks at the Rumble, one thing I can say is they at least made the right booking decision in allowing The Rock to walk out with the title. They made the right booking. They made the right booking decision, I should say, to allow CM Punk to remain as champion. And then, like I said, if they allow The Rock to walk out with the title, it'll still be a good booking decision, because it'll bring prestige. It'll show that, like I said, that it took somebody from literally outside of the company to take the belt off CM Punk. It'll show that not even John Cena, not Ryback, not Ziggler, not Daniel Bryan, not Kane, nobody could take the belt off him. Within the company could take the belt off Punk, and all it took was somebody that's barely in the company at times to come back in and take it from him. So to me, I think it's been a great booking decision on WWE's part to keep the belt on CM Punk for this long, because it at least shows that somebody agrees with Punk, the likes of a CM Punk, to say, hey, we need to make this belt mean something again. We can't just be having it, as he said, after TLC or after Survivor Series in 2011. We can't can't keep having this thing go hot potato, if you know what I mean. Another good booking decision this year from them is revigorating the tag team division. I know some people are still critical about the tag team division and everything, but I think they've done a decent job, because you're seeing more tag team style matches. You're seeing more triple threat, fatal four ways, whatever, featuring tag teams more than you ever have. I mean, you got teams literally giving themselves team names now, and we haven't had a team giving themselves team names in a long time. I mean, you had Kofi and Truth, who unofficially was Air Truth, and then before that, you had Kofi and Evan Bourne, who were Air Boom. And if that's not something, you have the Usos, who are a legitimate tag team. Hold on for a second. Make that a long second. I mean, like I said, you got the Usos, who are a legitimate tag team. You got them in there. You got the primetime players, if you will. Like I said, you got the primetime players who are legitimate tag team. Heck, you got Mysterio and Sin Cara as a tag team. You got Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. I mean, yeah, the last two don't have tag team names. But heck, now you have Kane and Daniel Bryan as a tag team, and they got the team of Team Hell, and they got the tag team name of Hell No. And you got Rhodes and Sandow as Rhodes Scholars. I mean, to me, this is another good booking decision, because they see that a lot of these guys that they're putting in tag teams have the talent, but they got nothing for them right now. And the best decision for, whether you like it or not, for somebody that you don't have nothing for, you know, put them in a tag team. And not only could they help whoever they're partnered with elevate to that next level as well, but it'll give them something to do. I mean, heck, they're even having tag team matches on pay-per-view that are not for championships. So to me, that is a great booking decision. I know some people may disagree with that. Well, I know some people may disagree with that. Believe it or not, another good booking decision is the whole John Cena situation. You're showing that Cena is not invincible. You're having Cena, and I guess he agreed upon it, show that he's not, you know, Superman, if you will. He's not invincible. That he can be human. That he can lose. To me, that's one of the best booking decisions, because at least just showing that, hey, and even having John Cena come out and say, hey, look, I may have not, been the man last night and all that, but I'm not going to let it get me down. To me, that is great booking on the WWE's part. That is great booking on their part. And, I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Now, and I think one last booking decision is Dolph Ziggler. One last best booking decision they've made this year is Dolph Ziggler. The way it may have started out, they may not have been good and everything. But to me, I think they're doing a decent job with Dolph, because now they're finally seeing what this guy can do. They know he's willing to work as hard as he has to, and he's willing to take advice backstage from the veterans, from those he works with. So to me, that's a great booking decision. Hold on for a second. But again, like I said, that is a great booking decision. Because you're having WWE shows that they have faith in Dolph. And what's more so, and I know a lot of people may say, well, it's not entirely true. You've had Dolph actually win matches with Vicky at ringside or without Vicky at ringside, without her help, without her interfering. And that shows you have confidence in it. I mean, you know what really cemented it for me? The WWE has confidence in Dolph Ziggler. You know what cemented it for me was Survivor Series. I mean, to have him first of all, to have him take over as the captain of CM Punk's team, and to have him go over on, of all people, Randy Orton with a super kick, of all things, instead of the zigzag or the show off or whatever you want to call it. I think was the best booking decision, and it to me cemented the fact that they have faith in Dolph Ziggler as a main eventer, as a future world champion and WWE champion. To me, it cemented that. And if you want more of a cementing feel, TLC. You look at that and you tell me they don't have confidence in Dolph. Because again, here's a guy, look it up here on YouTube, he does an interview. And basically, he's a guy that's willing to take advice from people. He's willing to listen. Because they want him to be in the best condition for the next few years. So that shows you he has they have a lot of confidence in him, and it shows that after all he's gone through, the caddy situation, the Spirit Squad, all that, the "Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler" deal, it shows me WWE is willing to get behind this guy now. And to me, last year, they booked him in the best way possible. They gave him some signature wins, especially at pay-per-views, over two of the main faces of WWE, most importantly. And if that doesn't show confidence, that doesn't show backing, I do not know what does, folks. I don't know what does. So, to me, I think WWE is doing a hell of a job with Dolph right now. Did a hell of a job with Dolph last year, and hopefully they'll do better this year. Heck, they're making me a fan of this guy. But let's just hope they can elevate it to that next level. Elevate him even further. I'll be back with